All right, y'all. Grab a snack, grab a drink, pull up, get cozy, because we are diving deep into the absolute chaos that is Olivia's life. And trust me, this one is wild, messy, sad, and hilarious all at once. We're talking drama, abuse, neglect, questionable life choices, and yes, her supporters enabling all of it. Buckle up. Okay, let's get this straight. Olivia is 35 years old, 5 kids, 3 baby daddies, lost custody of 3 kids to the ex husband. She does get to see her 3 kids every other week. From Thursday after school, she has to pick them up on Thursday after school, which their school is an hour away from where she lives. And then she keeps them all Friday, she takes them to school and picks them up, and then they spend Saturday and Sunday, and then she takes them to school on Monday. She has 2 toddlers left in her care, ages 3 and 1. She claims she doesn't even know who the fathers are. And somehow, despite all this, she's still finding time to live stream, drink, smoke, and create chaos. Olivia girl, at this point, your life is a reality show that forgot the script. 5 kids, zero organization, and somehow claiming pregnancy again. This isn't life, this is performance art. And here's the kicker, she's telling her supporters she needs money for a California abortion. But a lot of us watching her know the real tea. She's probably begging for court fees, not a procedure. Let's talk about the live streams. Olivia gets drunk, smokes, and drinks Hennessy live on camera, and her supporters, they are literally cheering her on. I'm drinking with you. Yes, Queen. You do you. You're so beautiful. You're so sexy. You're gorgeous. You're such a good mom. Fuck all the haters. Bro, it's sad. You are enabling someone to get drunk in front of toddlers and say crazy stuff like she's running a nightclub. And the irony? The same supporters will defend everything else she does, even abuse. The supporters are out here raising a glass to child endangerment. Y'all are basically her hype squad for bad parenting decisions. Watching her live stream like she's hosting a reality show, and you're the contestants cheering for chaos. Iconic, but tragic. And then there's the abuse. She threatens AJ with a black spatula. She says she'll smack him, hit him, pour hot sauce down his throat. And toddlers are living in a moldy apartment. Not to mention the cats that she has now, the little kittens, they're living in that disgustoid filth apartment as well. Olivia, girl, you're trying to turn domestic abuse into content. Congratulations, viral parenting fails. She doesn't need another baby. She needs a reality check, a handbook on parenting, and maybe a cleanup crew for the mold. If you ever wondered what neglect looks like in 2025, look no further. And you know for a fact that she is going to carry this on into 2026 and 27 and 28, 29, 30. Like, that's not going to stop. Now, about these pregnancy claims. She claimed she got pregnant over the summer with a stranger and had an abortion. This is when she left to go to Florida for the summer without telling her 3 kids goodbye, hi, I love you, kiss my ass, like none of that. She just up and left because she thought she was going to do better in Florida because her sister lives there, but no, didn't happen. But now, and while she was in Florida, she claimed that she was homeless and she got robbed, and her kids and her were living in hotels and all this, that, and the third. Like, crazy mess. None of it was true. None of it. The whole time she claimed to be homeless in Florida, she still had her apartment in Texas. That she could have went back to. But now she says she's pregnant again and needs money for another abortion. But Olivia has slept with so many random men, she doesn't even know who the father could be. She claims it's Joey, but we don't know that. I mean, she's had that. She said she never slept around with that Drew Allen Sanders guy, what people call the Mushroom Bay. And they call him 64 Mugshot Bay because he has 64 mugshots and he was doing mushrooms while in the apartment with her and the kids. Girl. She says, I didn't sleep with him. I did. Girl, why you always lying? Why you lying? Oh my God. Stop lying. For real. Like, stop, girl. Stop lying, dude. You sleep with any man that comes over to your apartment. But you want to say that you slept with Joey when he was there, and he's the father? He was hardly ever there, Olivia. The only time that you could have slept with him is when the kids were awake. You know what I mean? I don't think Kalani was in daycare at the time. I mean, what? But, whatever. Whatever helps you sleep at night. She even recently said today she was going back to an old live stream that she did just to find out when she claimed that she had a period. Girl, she said, I don't even remember half of the shit that I say. Can you believe that? And she said, that's scary. That's scary because I don't remember the shit that I say. Well, that's because you spend 99% of your time drunk. You're not going to remember shit when you're drunk and when you're on drugs. I mean, come on now. Anyway, girl, if DNA tests were a sport, you'd have a Lifetime Achievement Award. Another pregnancy isn't a plot twist, it's a medical hazard. Random hookups, no protection, possible STDs. What could go wrong? And she's got boric acid suppositories that go in the lady parts downstairs. And she wanted to show those in front of the camera and be like, you talking to like a hater. You need these. You need these. This is what you need because you stink down there. You're nasty. Girl, why that bottle sound like it was half empty? And you're the one using them. You bought them. That says a lot about you. You were using them for that exact reason. You have had so many men in your life that have slept with you, that have been with you in relationships, that they have said that you stink down there, you nasty. They have to tell you to take a bath. Like that, My man ain't never said that about me. He said one time that I stunk, and that's because him and I were hiking, and we had just got through hiking, and we both smelled sweaty and nasty. And I said, so do you. And he was like, let's go shower. So we did. Okay, we smelled good afterwards. Anyway, but y'all really think she's pregnant this time, or do you think it's another court fee scam? Comment below because I think it's another court fee scam. I mean, she had the pregnancy test delivered to her house. I didn't see her like opening it up and like whatnot, but I was thinking maybe it was the same one from last time. So I can't say that for sure. I can't say if it's the fake pregnancy test from last time because I don't know if she showed the pregnancy test before she peed on it, like that it was clean. Like there was no lines or anything on it, like it hadn't been used. But whatever. Now let's roast the supporters. These are the folks who defend every choice Olivia makes, no matter how wild or abusive. They cheer her on while she drinks Hennessy in front of toddlers. They clap when she threatens AJ with the spatula. They literally ignore the moldy apartment she's raising two toddlers in. Y'all are moral acrobats, flipping around ethics like a gymnast, cheering on abuse, enabling neglect, all while sipping your own Hennessy. Iconic, tragic, and hilarious all at once. You support chaos so much. If Olivia poured hot sauce on AJ Live, some of y'all would comment, "Yes, Queen, seasoning is important." Y'all would say, "Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do when your kids are misbehaving." Like, how many times have we heard that in the comment section from her supporters? Sometimes parents just have a really bad, hard day. I have those days almost daily from my kids. By the end of the day, I want to rip my hair out. I want to cry. I want to scream. I'm like, there are times where I'm like, I wish I did smoke cigarettes because I could really use one right now. I would never in my life smoke a cigarette. I think they're disgusting. Okay, but sometimes I think that way. But at the end of the day, I love my kids. My kids are my life. I would do everything for my kids. I would take a bullet for my kids in a heartbeat. If somebody had a GUN up next to my head and they were like, either you or the kids, okay, bye. Let me say goodbye first. Like, no. Mm-mm. I wouldn't let it escalate to that point to where somebody be doing that to my head. You know what I mean? Mm-mm. I'd be protecting my kids. My kids don't have to worry about spatulas and belts, and they don't have to worry about secondhand smoke and molds and whether they're going to eat on a regular schedule, what time, if they're going to go to bed at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, if I'm bringing random men in and out of the house. Like, no, no. You know what my kids' worries are every day? What toy can I play with today? What toy or what show am I going to watch on TV? What game am I going to play on my tablet? What am I going to do outside? What fun place am I going today? I wonder what I can get at the store with my money. That's the kind of things that my kids think about. You know what I mean? Hmm. Drop in the comments if you've ever seen a supporter defend something so wild you couldn't believe it. And the sad part, many of them are adults. They turn a blind eye to neglect, abuse, and chaos, all while defending it like it's a lifestyle brand. Y'all deserve a medal for turning blind eyes faster than the flash. These supporters don't see anything wrong because they're too busy drinking along with her and cheering on the chaos. And they're just saying, "Oh, she's having a bad day." Every parent goes through that. They say that every damn day. And the court date is coming up on the 9th. She's thousands behind on child support. 2 toddlers under her care, and she's live streaming, drinking, and pretending like she's a CEO. She's supposed to be having a job too, but you know what? Working like every like 2 or 3 days a week. Like, no, for like a couple hours a week, girl. That's not enough for the court. You need more than that. Olivia, you're treating court like a reality show, streaming your responsibilities live. Incredible. Supporters are probably thinking, "Go, mama," while the judge shakes their head. And when she comes back from her court date, she's gonna make a lie after lie after lie. Now, what would you do if someone live streamed their court date like this? Comment below. I want to know. And if she could live stream her court date, she would. You know it. You know it. Well, I don't know because probably not because she wouldn't be able to lie. Yeah, she wouldn't. She'd be live streaming like before she goes into court. Like she'll be in the courtroom, like not courtroom, but she'll be like in the building, but she'll be like outside waiting to go in. Like you know what I mean. You got like the doors, like the rooms inside of the building. She'd be outside, like sitting on a bench waiting to go in. She'd be live streaming. "Look at me, girl. Look at my clothes. Look at my outfit. I look good. Don't I look good?" Anyway, let's be brutally honest about Olivia. She parents like chaos is a personality trait. She threatens kids with utensils, drinks and smokes in front of toddlers, doesn't know the father of her own kids, could have STDs that she wouldn't even know about, calls random men she hooks up with baby daddies as if it's a subscription service. Olivia, you're the human version of a dumpster fire, but make it live streamed. 5 kids, no plans, zero accountability. If parenting was a video game, you'd be in debug mode. Her supporters are defending her chaos. Y'all are the bonus level no one asked for. She doesn't need another baby. She needs a GPS for her life and a pause button. Now, this is your PSA. Stop with random hookups. Use protection. Stop treating pregnancy like a plot twist. Stop turning child abuse into content. Your life choices, Olivia, are a public service announcement on what not to do. Your DNA test results need their own reality show. Supporters, y'all are the reason chaos is sustainable. You know what I mean? Literally, without you, Olivia would have to maybe take responsibility. Maybe think about her kids. Maybe pause before live streaming drunk while threatening AJ with a spatula. But nah, you guys are the wind in her messy little sails. And let's be honest, it's not just cheering. Some of you are drinking along with her, like, yes, Queen, pour that Hennessy, take some shots. Meanwhile, the toddlers are living in a moldy apartment threatened daily, and you're clapping emojis like it's a cooking show. Y'all are like chaos stockbrokers, investing in a company that's already bankrupt. If Bad Parenting had a fan club, y'all would be the founding members. She's hitting children, threatening them, smoking around them, and y'all are saying, work it, mama, iconic, tragic, hilarious. And the sad part? Some of y'all have kids. Or no kids, but you turn a blind eye because drama is more entertaining than reality. Let's be serious here. Comment below if you've ever seen someone defend chaos like this and thought, wait, are you serious? And now let's talk about Olivia puffing on those Newports. She's literally smoking while live streaming, toddlers in the background, and somehow she's claiming she's the baddest bitch. The baddest bitch? Honey, that's the baddest move. Honey, the baddest move would be not threatening toddlers with spatulas while smoking in a moldy apartment. And around the cats, too. Let's not forget that. Newport in one hand, Hennessy in the other, somehow thinking this screams intimidation. Somehow, but thinking this screams intimidation. Iconic but tragic. She's out here like a TikTok mob boss, except the only thing she's controlling is chaos and disappointment. Comment if you've ever seen someone call themselves the baddest while live streaming questionable life choices. I actually certainly have before, and that's sad. That is sad. And then there's her jail fantasy. She said, if I went to jail, I'd be the baddest in there. All the women would respect me. Nobody would mess with me. Not her exact words, but close enough. Olivia, in jail, they wouldn't just respect you. They'd teach you a lesson in humility real quick. Your spatula skills and chaotic attitude aren't going to make you queen. They'd call you out and fast. I promise the women in jail would not put up with that energy. They'd have you crying in the corner faster than you can say Newport. What do you think would actually happen if she went to jail? I already have my popcorn ready. Yes, I do. And it's my favorite kind, too. And don't forget, the judge already told her she needs a job. But her plan? Amazon Flex, 3 times a week, 2 hours each time. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. That's not the exact hours and days, but pretty much. That's cute and all, but the judge wants a real job, not a part-time hustle that barely covers coffee. 3 times a week for 2 hours? That's not employment. That's a TikTok prop. The judge isn't impressed by your live stream hustle or spatula expertise. Sorry, Mama. Do you think Amazon Flex and Newports and Hennessy is enough to convince a judge and her being pregnant, supposedly? I have an alcohol problem, I I have I, that's what she'll say too. I have an alcohol problem. I need AA. She's going to try to get free services again. Free resources that she won't even use seriously. And of course, her supporters, they see this and cheer her on. Yes, Queen, you'd be the baddest in jail. Meanwhile, toddlers are living in chaos. She's threatening them, smoking, drinking, bringing random men around, and leaving them unsupervised around the apartment. And y'all are enabling this. Y'all are like the hype squad for someone about to learn reality the hard way. Funding bad decisions and morale for chaos. Honestly, I can't stop laughing. Y'all are cheering on someone who might actually end up with a judge looking at her like, who raised you? And we know who raised her, Mama Stella. Mama Stella, Stella with the booze on. No. Do you think her supporters would still defend her if she actually went to jail? Do you think they'd send care packages? Or free Olivia, free Olivia. They'd be making like videos like that and stuff. They would, they'd try to figure out how to write her and shit. And then they'd be like, here's you some money for commissary, boo. You don't deserve to be in there. But let's not forget about the pregnancy claims, though. Summer, pregnant with a stranger, abortion. Now, claims pregnant again, needs money for California abortion. Reality, slept with so many random men she probably doesn't even know who the father is. And we know she don't. I mean, she says it's Joey, but she says Joey is also Kalani, the 1-year-old's dad, but we don't know that. Your DNA tests need their own Netflix series, Olivia. You're playing life like a cheat code. Add chaos and subtract logic. Random men, unprotected sex, toddlers in the background, and 3 kids that she already lost custody of, and she wants money for an abortion? Honey, pick a crisis and stick to it. Y'all think she actually pregnant this time, or do you think it's another court fee scam? Because I think it's another court fee scam. Comment below, because I definitely think it's a court fee scam. But if she really is pregnant, dear God. And don't forget, though, she's drinking alone for strangers on live streams. When you're drinking, you're usually drinking with friends, Not her. Supporters cheer her like it's a reality show. Olivia, you're hosting a sad little bar while toddlers are unpaid interns. Y'all supporters drinking along, we see you. You're part of the chaos. Watching her is like reality TV, but with confusion and smoke alarms. Have you ever seen someone live stream chaos like this and thought, I can't believe people are cheering this on? I certainly have. And again, that is so sad to say. And again, there's the abuse and neglect. The black spatula threats, which I'm sure she uses on him. She actually hits him with it. Pouring hot sauce threats, when he has to say, are you gonna pour that down my throat, or whatever he said not too long ago. Smacking the toddlers, the moldy apartment, the constant coughing, being around secondhand smoke, drinking, five kids, no plan, a chaotic relationship. I mean, she's going to be doing this when she's 90 years old. Let's be honest. Your parenting skills could be used as a horror story in textbooks. 5 kids, 0 plan, plotting another pregnancy. That's a walking cautionary tale. And supporters are still cheering this on. Ooh, comment your favorite ridiculous live stream moment from Olivia. Let's get that tea spilling. I want to know, no one had told me, but I want to know about the whole diaper situation where Olivia was wearing the diaper while driving to see Gerard. I don't know the whole story. I want to know, why was she wearing a diaper? Why was she shitting and pissing in it? Please, someone tell me. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know. Tell me, people, I need to know. Anybody remember that song? It's not the exact words, but you know. Anyway, close your legs, stop random hookups, use protection, stop threatening toddlers with utensils and being abusive and neglectful and saying such hateful words and talking so hateful and harshly around the kids. Stop drinking around them. Get a job, get a life, get friends, become an adult. Olivia, your life is a caution tape rainbow, bright, chaotic, and dangerous. Supporters, y'all fund the chaos like a Kickstarter for bad decisions. Pregnancy, drama, abuse, and neglect, and y'all are sitting there cheering it on. Like, no. Anyway, Olivia's chaotic lifestyle, check. Abuse and neglect, check. Drinking and live streaming, check. Supporters defending everything, check. Possible pregnancy scam again, check. You know what I mean? Like, this shit is crazy. We laughed, we gasped, roasted, and the circus continues. Your life, Olivia, is like an improv show where everyone forgot the rules and the audience is cheering chaos. And supporters, y'all are co-stars in a disaster movie, thinking you're going to be winning awards. What do you get out of supporting her? I don't understand. She honestly gives no flying fucks about you all. Never have, never will. Comment, like, subscribe, and tell me your favorite chaotic moment. Let's make this the longest tea session ever. So grab another snack, grab another drink, pull up, get cozy. This circus isn't ending anytime soon. And I'll be here, roasting, laughing, and spilling all the tea. If you laughed, shook your head, or can't even believe this is real life, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, from your girl, Sunflower Power, stay strong, stay caffeinated, and Sunflower Power. I'll see you in the next one. Same tea, same drama, maybe even messier. Oh, you know what? Before I go, let's do some more roasting on Olivia. Let's roast Olivia. I got some up my sleeve. All right, let's see. You say you're the baddest bitch, but girl, your wardrobe screams Dollar Tree clearance rack. Those outfits you wear on live stream look like Shein threw up in your closet. I see you though, queen of fast fashion chaos. Temu called. They want their 99-cent leggings back, and that's not even the half of it. You're out here threatening toddlers with spatulas while rocking an Amazon Flex reflective vest. Fashion icon, but make it chaotic. Your apartment is so moldy, even the Dollar Tree candles can't mask it. Sorry, we tried. You know you're living large when the only luxury is TikTok shot pillows and a Shein rug that unravels faster than your life decisions. Your home aesthetic is apartment chic meets chaos meets regret meets ghetto. Puffing Newports while sipping Hennessy on live stream like it's a bougie lifestyle moment. Girl, we see the Dollar Tree, Dollar General reality behind it. She calls herself the baddest bitch while chain smoking and threatening toddlers. Girl, the only thing you're slaying is oxygen in a small room. 5 kids, 3 baby daddies, and somehow she's still finding time to be pregnant again. Girl, this isn't fertility goals. This is Dollar Tree genetics. You call yourself the baddest bitch, but your boobs are so saggy they could audition for their own reality show called Gravity Wins. And that pink bonnet you wear on live stream every day? We know the truth. Hair situation looks like a Dollar Tree wig emergency. Iconic attempt at style, tragic reality. You keep the bonnet on like it's a crown, but let's be real, the only thing you're reigning over is chaos and hot sauce threats and spatula hitting. Dollar Tree, Shein, Temu, TikTok Shop. I mean, your wardrobe is basically a clearance rack. But hey, at least it matches your life. Cheap, chaotic, and slightly toxic. Rocking Amazon Flex reflective vest like it's a couture, threatening toddlers with spatulas like it's performance art. You're a walking, talking meme. TikTok shop leggings falling down. TikTok shop tops unraveling. Your clothes are more stable than your life. You're not a bad bitch. You're the baddest at bad decisions. Pregnancy claims like Timu flash sales, random, unpredictable, and slightly alarming. You say you'll be the baddest in jail, but the women inside won't respect that. They'd be like, girl, your boobs have their own zip code, your bonnet is a hazard, and your chaos is expired. And what are you going to do when you get into jail? You're not going to be able to keep that bonnet on. You're not going to be able to spray perfume on yourself to mask up the smell. You're going to have to actually shower in front of other women. You know what I mean? You're a human clearance bin, random, chaotic, and dangerous. She doesn't know who the father is, but somehow she thinks she'll dominate jail. Baby mama energy doesn't pay rent, honey. Random hookups, unprotected sex, toddlers in the background. The only thing you're producing consistently is chaos and lies. Mmm, I just don't understand. Like, you threaten toddlers with black spatulas. Not even Gordon Ramsay is crying in the kitchen. Even Gordon Ramsay is crying in the kitchen watching this mess. Pouring hot sauce down AJ's throat like it's a tequila shot. Girl, the kid's 5, not 5 years old in college. She calls herself a mom, but AJ is basically running his own daycare. Like, congratulations. He's Employee of the Month every month for surviving. Well, actually, Kalani too, because she has to put up with AJ and those cats. You live stream drunk while toddlers scream. You're not building an audience, you're building a case for intervention. Hennessy in one hand, Newports in the other, spatula, like right next to you. Like, are you prepping for a cooking show or a survival reality show? 5 kids, 3 men, another claimed pregnancy. Your uterus is like a slot machine. I don't know if it's gonna pay out or explode. You don't know who the father is, but somehow you think that matters? Not even math teachers gave up on your life equations. Every time you talk about pregnancy, it sounds like a scam email with emojis. Some of y'all be drinking along with her and putting up with this mess and defending it. You are a synchronized chaos drinking club. You get a gold medal for being sad. You turned a blind eye to the abuse and cheer like she's teaching life hacks. Now you're just watching a horror movie in high definition. The judge isn't impressed with your Amazon Flex. They're looking at you and looking at your live stream and thinking, this is the person that I have to rely on? She thinks live streaming chaos is a career. The judge doesn't care if AJ witnessed it live. If she goes to jail, she's not going to be the baddest. She's going to be the girl who brought Spatulas to the wrong fight. And I cannot wait for that. Mmm. Every day with her life is like a cliffhanger, you know? Will she threaten AJ today? Will she drink Hennessy while the kids scream? Place your bets. Because we know it's all going to happen. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. I don't understand. She looks at AJ like he owes her rent. But really, he's just surviving the hurricane she calls arms. Pouring hot sauce on a toddler like she's seasoning a corpse for dinner. AJ ain't crying, he's marinating. 2 kids in her apartment, 3 gone. Her life is a museum of missing exhibits. She yells at the baby like the baby has stock options in her chaos. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Hennessy in her veins, smoking constantly coming out her ears. She's a living cartoon that's sad and violent at the same time. She live streams drunk like she's offering tutorials on entropy. Step 1: pour the whiskey on the floor. Cigarettes in one hand, chaos in the other, toddler screaming. She's conducting a symphony of failure. Pregnancy claims like broken crayons, scattered everywhere, but nobody can color in the lines. 5 kids, 3 men, another baby claim. Her uterus is basically a haunted house you can't escape from. She want to brag about being fertile. Mm-mm. She doesn't even know who the father is, but somehow that's the plot twist she's proud of. Her supporters cheer her on while she threatens children and drinks in front of them. Y'all are like a stadium of weird echoes. Some of y'all drink along while watching her like synchronized chaos fanatics. It's impressive, but not in a good way. They cheer for her abuse like it's a sport, and she's the MVP of meltdown. She thinks 3 days a week at Amazon Flex for 2 hours is enough. The judge isn't impressed. That's not work. That's camoing in a horror movie. Live streaming chaos doesn't pay child support. It pays anxiety. Fun fact, she's broke either way. If she goes to jail, she won't be the baddest. She'll be the one crying in the corner because spatulas aren't allowed. She sleeps with random men like she's auditioning for a horror anthology. Each night a new short story, all bad endings. Protection? Hygiene? Those are just words in a book she never read. Her love life is a cautionary tale narrated by her uterus. Her hookups are like bad science experiments. Someone's gonna explode, and she won't know why. Every day with her is like a fever dream, directed by a toddler and funded by chaos. Her apartment is moldy, the kids are screaming, and Hennessy's flowing. It's like a thrift store haunted house. She could live stream the apocalypse and still convince people it's a tutorial. AJ probably has nightmares of her daily just surviving in her orbit. She's a planet with bad gravity. Her life is like a melted crayon, drawing of bad decisions and lukewarm whiskey. She argues with toddlers like they're stockbrokers. She's the type of person who could set a building on fire and call it modern art. Her chaos is so pure it could be bottled and sold as an energy drink called despair.